Alright, YouTube, it's me again, bothering everybody. Been busy as hell with fucking work, let me tell you. But I wanted to do a video on length of pull. A lot of guys have been asking me to make a shooting video or give them some tricks and tips on shooting pistol, and so I wanted to do that. But first off, you gotta understand the weapon, or the weapon you use, or weapons in general, and some ballistic terms that I talk about. And you gotta start out with that. Truly understand your weapon inside and out, how it works and everything. And there's a reason why. Alright, I'm not just saying this. There's a reason why. I'm gonna get into that, and then you go into, after you completely understand the weapon, now working with it, okay? Because if you just work with it and don't know much about it, you're gonna stumble along the way and not know how to correct things. But anyway, right? Why do I choose a 1911 over a Glock? That's probably what some people wonder. And I like the Glock a lot and all that. Yeah, whatever. All right. First off, right? Check out this. Some people say that the trigger is why they choose a 1911, and they say it's because of the safety trigger thing. That doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, man, I don't know what they're talking about, because that's not the issue with the trigger for staple guns. I'm gonna call striker fire guns like Springfield XD, the Glock, the M&P, Smith & Wesson. I describe all those weapons as striker fire weapons, or some people call them staple gun triggers, because it's kind of like shooting a staple gun, and you can get a nice parts to get this to, the trigger will be nice or whatever. But you know, as far as safety goes, keep your finger off the fucking trigger, man. There's so many cops out there right now carrying around a Glock, and so you can't really say anything about the safety of this gun. You know, keep your finger off the trigger, you won't have a problem. Now, from what I understand, the issue with the trigger is its length of pull is not adjustable. Its over travel is not adjustable. And a lot of people get these nice 1911s and they have that little hole right there, right? And guys are like, oh man, yeah, my 1911 is so sweet. It's got this adjustable trigger, this, that, and the other, and they never ever fuck with the trigger, right? What over travel is alright, right? When I cock this back and I squeeze, any distance that the trigger travels after the gun has gone off, that's over travel. The trigger is moving too far back, right? So now, problem is, when I go to let off the trigger to reset, right, and you see right there, it reset already. There is no over travel on this gun because I've adjusted it already, right? But it resets really quick, and I can let off another shot, so I can fire this really fast, and because there's no over travel. Which, like I said, after the trigger is squeezed and the gun fires, it doesn't take me much to reset. As soon as I let go of the pressure on the trigger, it resets. Okay, that's why the triggers on the 1911s are better, is because you can adjust them for over travel, and shit, that shit. You know what I'm saying? The way you want to do them, take this joker apart, pull all that out, and some of them come with an Allen wrench like this, a really small Allen wrench. What you want to do is adjust that little screw in there, or whatever you want to call it, that little screw in there, till it's sticking all the way out, basically. And then when you put it in and you put the gun back together, what you're going to notice is the trigger won't work. You take it off safe, you got the thumbs, the grip safety pressed down, you're trying to get it to work and it won't work, right? Now, what you're going to do right? Keep pressure on the trigger and keep that Allen wrench inside and up against that that screw. And now squeeze and turn. Squeeze and turn until the hammer drops. Okay, so that hammer drop, that meant that this screw is only allowing the trigger to go back far enough to drop the hammer. Now what you want to do though is hold the trigger down, cock it, and feel for your reset. Slowly let off the trigger, and you'll see as soon as I let off mine, it clicked. It's ready to go again. It's saying, come on, give me another one, right? So now the gun's becoming faster than my trigger finger, okay? So now I've got to toggle that fraction of a fucking inch back and forth with my trigger finger, and these guns can go real fast. They're fucking hot rods, man. But that's one of the tricks. One of the reasons I use the 1911. So, because we were talking about, guys wanted me to do a marksmanship video. All right, there's one of my tricks, or a tip. I choose the 1911 with an over travel or length of pull adjustable trigger. Okay, because I like to adjust mine down to where there is no over travel. As soon as the gun goes off, the trigger stops fucking moving. With the Glocks, see it. Now I have all that travel. Okay. Now it'll reset pretty quick. Man, not quick enough for me, for my liking. But see how far back the trigger's going? Okay. Yeah, and we're talking about milliseconds of a fraction of shooting at each other, but bullets move faster than that, so it's a problem. And the more you're squeezing that trigger, or you're working with that trigger, the more you're gonna start to jerk the trigger. You anticipate shit like that, man. Another thing I always do is dry fire, man, or a ball and dummy drill. The ball and dummy drill is key. Go to the range with a buddy and try this fucking technique. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I'm going to go ahead and give you this. Guys, you're going to love this, right? This will help you shoot better. Go to the range with a buddy, right? Now, your buddy's going to stand behind you. And what you're going to do is hand him the pistol, right? You don't know whether he puts a round in the chamber or not. He hands you the weapon. It's on safe. You take it off safe. Come up, acquire your target, and give it a slow squeeze, right? Now, what you're going to notice is after a while firing live rounds, when there's not a bullet in there, you'll see yourself flinch, okay? When you see yourself flinch, then you know it's you. You're flinching while you fire the gun. You caught yourself, so what you do, pull the hammer back a couple times and do some practice runs, okay? Just do a couple practice runs like that, and that'll help you out a lot, okay? After a while, you're just going to start to ignore the recoil, and you're going to become a really good shot just from doing the ball and dummy drill, okay? Do that shit, man. It'll help you out a lot. Alright, I'm running out of time. I hope this helped you guys out.